I'm Jorijn. I'm account director here at JKR and I've been here for about a year next week.
Oh, okay. Hi, I'm Frances. I'm the Global Business Director here at JKR and I've been here for 9 months. Feels like a long time.
I think from my perspective, what's great about JKR and what really kind of captures the spirit within the building is that it feels like there's hardly any limits. We have a real great set of kind of core skill sets and people in the house that know what they're good at, but equally we have a set of people that's really creative and really keen to go beyond a brief. So whenever a client comes to us with a question, there's always kind of this attitude of what can we do that's beyond the brief, what can we do that kind of makes this project not just good but better and better than that. And that not only I think is great for clients because they get more than what they're expecting, but I think it's also a really great kind of energy to have kind of in the air and for people to not only kind of working towards kind of a set challenge, but being able to challenge yourself every day in what you do is amazing. And I think what's changed that in terms of the scope of what we do is kind of a shift from branding on packaging to branding beyond packaging and really applying that to any kind of media.
Yeah, I think those conversations with the clients that we work with who know us for our core competency. I mean, JKR has been around for more than 20 years and we've grown for that competency of branding within packaging. The way brands are evolving, the way people are changing the way they interact with brands has opened up these conversations with marketeers and they're more open to have us propose other ways in which their brand assets can actually live in new, beautiful ways and are emotionally engaging, are very relevant, always brand first. So, baby steps kind of thing. For me, diet of work for sure. I think also confidence in everyone in the company as well to approach some of these briefs as well. Confidence in the fact that the brand assets that we create are actually like so simplified within the pack, but actually that's the best way to then expand out into the brand world. Once you've got the simplicity of mind and thinking of what makes this brand charismatic and distinctive, then when you expand it out and explode it into the world, it's just really nice. It's beautiful.
And kind of natural as well.
Natural, yeah, that's the thing. It's very natural.
Flows.
And the work we did for hippies as well was just kind of a natural flow. And then everyone was like, oh, hey, we can do all this stuff. It's great.
I think we work together very closely. I think on any project there'll be a very close cooperation between the account director and the design director as well as the strategy director. So any brief we really kind of look at holistically, so it's not separate kind of processes split up in isolated kind of workflows, but they're actually very much in parallel. And I think what we've been doing recently is also using much more brand voice and kind of copywriting to really unite it and bringing it all together and almost using that as a bridge to really not only engage between the different departments and within the agency, but also being able to really verbally communicate very well what we're doing on a design level. And I think what's great about the kind of type of designers that you find within JKR is they're not only great skilled artists, but they're also very knowledgeable when it comes to brands and how brands behave, and they almost have a strong kind of strategic vision from a creative angle on that themselves, which really I think kind of lifts a dialogue to the next level where you talk about what a brand means and what a brand stands for and how do you bring that to life in different ways, because I think equally there's the different types of consumers. Some consumers highly engage with the visual side, whereas other consumers are naturally more into other types of sensory experiences or verbal kind of communication. So I think it's when all of those kind of really come together and connect in a very holistic way, that's when you get really powerful brand messages that people kind of believe in. I mean, Storing clients are both a challenge and an opportunity. I think challenging because it's not always easy on a day-to-day basis when you're working towards a tight deadline and you have a great idea and the client doesn't see it. But at the end of the day, I think what's most important is to not think about so much what the client is asking you, but actually what the brand needs. Because at the end of the day, if you're thinking towards what the brand needs, at the end, that's what a client's looking for as well. And if you can kind of try and convince them with that vision in mind, and you'll have a similar challenge and you're working towards something that you believe in. I think one of the things is doing what you believe in and really following that energy. And if you can project that onto the brand and take the client on that journey with you, and maybe sometimes be a bit provocative, be a bit bold, intentionally go a bit further than what you know a client is comfortable with. Maybe the first time they'll be a bit shocked and they'll say no. But if you do it within sort of a relationship, on a structural level a little bit, just to kind of feel where the boundaries are and how far you can go, and actually also keep the work exciting and make sure that a brand is really alive. I think that does really help to get to something that goes beyond just what's kind of expected.
Yeah, I think on that, it's really about taking the clients on a journey. Just like we take audiences on a journey with the brand, it's important to take especially stubborn clients on a journey that has persistence, is always about passion, and you're always proving yourself. So the example we've got on the project that we worked in with Jorijn was they came in with a small brief. They come in through logic, right? So, okay, we've got this brief, we need to get this stuff done. It was a brand that we felt a lot of passion for, so we did the brief, but then we were like, what if you did this? And then you show them additional ways that the brand could live and express itself, and no one's going to say no to that. I mean, you show it can live in this way, and you excite them in a way that you almost get an evangelist, an ambassador for the work that you do, slowly by slowly, bit by bit. But it works.
Yeah.